why people are attacking. I mean, granted, probably can guess why, but with Reb's videos, that's usually more than just a simple thing. And considering I also posted about mental health awareness month, I do want to see this because I want to see just like why I'm really kind of curious why there's such a dichotomy between what Banana Juju posted and what I posted. Why is she getting attacked? And all I'm getting is absolutely wonderful, supportive, loving comments. So I'm kind of like morbidly curious how things went so fucking sideways with her post and mine were fine. So let's take a look.
Hey, what's up, guys? Rip here. So, in case you don't know, June is Men's Health Awareness Month, or also known as Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. This is an event that's been around for over 3 decades at this point, and it seems like every year this event gets more and more popular. And of course, with more popularity and more people posting about this on social media, there's
Sure,
also a
Zad, that
bigger
could be
spotlight
possible.
and people who are very upset about people trying to focus on men's mental health in the month of June. We're seeing this in the VTubing space and in
Massacre, I'm gonna hazard a guess. There may be some homophobic comments put in there, but my guess is they're probably going to be saying, fuck men, we should be celebrating pride. That is my guess is we're gonna be seeing more misogyny than homophobia. That's my guess. But we'll see.
gaming spaces as well, where people are very angry because they believe a focus on men's mental health awareness in the month of June is casting a shadow over Pride Month. Now, we'll get into the examples of all that happening in those related scenes, but first I'll give my usual spiel on this topic. To everyone watching this video, I think this month is a great opportunity to check in on the men in your life, to make them feel like they're not invisible, and to make sure they know their mental health matters. Now, to the men watching this, I think there's...
Leo, I know what I said. Remember the last time we saw issues, and last time a VTuber said men deserve love, and there were actual men in the thread saying fuck men. It's not simply misandry, it's misogyny too. It's both. Oh yeah, well, Cortanas, let's see what the commentary is, because I think this may be a mixture of misandry and homophobia. I do think we are going to get a combo platter of insanity. But let's find out.
There's many great things about being a man and masculine traits and all those things, but there's one very unfortunate thing that's been pervasive throughout society, and that is telling men that their mental health doesn't matter and that they're not supposed to speak about it. But it is important to speak about it. You got to be your own advocate for yourself, and it's not a one-size-fits-all type solution. There's many resources out there that you can use, whether it's talking to someone or engaging with something or making changes in your life. It's all important to try, even if it's a bit scary, because your mental health matters because, well, you matter. Now, finally, to the women watching this, there's a very small suggestion and a powerful one I can give you for this month. Whether it's your boyfriend, your husband, your father, any man in your life that you care about, you can do a very small gesture, and that is buying them some flowers. This will stun lock them. They will be very happy. It'll make their day. They'll probably remember it for months, if not years. You don't have to give them anything expensive. They won't know the difference anyways. But this is something small that you can do that will make their day. And this
I'm gonna go even simpler than what Rev. What Rev suggested is a wonderful gesture. No question, it's a wonderful gesture. I'm gonna go even more simple than this. For many men, you can give them a simple card saying that they are loved. Like for some men, receiving flowers is very nice. Some men will greatly appreciate that. But it really can be as simple as the flowers like Reb suggested, a card simply saying that they are loved, they're cared for, and they're appreciated. Or literally just giving them a hug. Giving a man that is in your personal life, give them a hug and say, we love you. I care about you. I want the best for you. If it's a father or a husband, make them a nice, simple meal. Offer to make them a nice meal of one of their favorite things, just to say, I appreciate you. It doesn't have to be anything verbose. It doesn't have to be anything expensive. There are numerous things that you can do to basically just say, I love you, I appreciate you, I care about you, I want the best thing for you. Don't need to spend a lot of money. You just need to be genuine, and you need to actually just show kindness. That's all it takes. Literally just showing kindness.
Hey, once a girl told me I had a nice smile when I was 15. I'm still riding that high now at 31.
Nothing wrong with that, Johnny. Absolutely nothing wrong with that.
It has to do with the whole moniker that people say every month or every time Men's Health Awareness Month comes up, where there's a sad fact that most men will never receive flowers until the day of their funeral. And I think that's a very sad fact and something that can be a really nice gesture to do during this month. Okay, so now that we got that and all the fluff out of the way, let's get into the video for today. So
there we go.
Right now in the VTubing scene, there's a lot of people participating in Men's Health Awareness Month, including people like this raising money for related causes. Oh. That's really great. And you have this post from Banana.
Wait. A few of my detractors don't think I'm serious about men, but they did point out that we should actively support men. For the remainder of my month, I will dedicate my Sunday streams to raise money for Movember on GoFundMe while inviting some brothers in Christ to come talk. I'm afraid I don't know what Movember is. I'm presuming that it's something for men. I've never heard. I'm unfamiliar with whatever Movember is. If somebody knows, please. It's Men's Cancer Awareness. Okay, thank you, Cortans. Okay, so it's a Men's Cancer Awareness charity. Okay, that's lovely. That is lovely.
Raising money for related causes. That's really great. And you have this post from Banana Juju, who we've talked about like 3 times in the last 2 months because people love to try to cancel her, and they're doing it once again with this post that I think is a really nice one, talking about Men's Mental Health Month, where she says, to all the men out there, wherever you are, whatever you are doing right now.
Massacre? You're talking about Kitchenero. We talked about her. Kitsu got doxxed. When I was reacting to Rev's video about it, she actually came into stream, and we talked with her about it. Yeah, that was insane. What I was so glad that Kitsu came to stream that day so we could actually talk to her, give her the support that I'm sure she needed, and find out even more detail than what Rev put out. Was it Hero Hate video? I thought it was a Rev video. It could have been a Hero Hate video. The only thing I remember about about that video is the content of the video, and the fact that Kitsu had shown up for it was here for it, and was able to offer some very good insight and context into what happened. We got more context from Kitsu than what we got out of the video, which is great.
Mental Health Month, where she says, to all the men out there, wherever you are, whatever you are doing right now, take care of yourselves. You guys do not have the same outlets or support like other groups for your problems. And to this day, society still has a lot of work to do when it comes to this. Statistics paint a clear picture here. You guys are taking the constant hits while staying quiet. So grab your loved one or a friend and tell them what you have on your mind and what kind of problems you might go through. There's nothing weak about that, and it takes the load off of your shoulders. I always have to remind my hubby about that. I am thinking of all of you hard workers / family men / strong supporters for our female craziness and backbone of society.
Yeah.
Take care. I am thinking of you. And I love you guys. So a very nice post. What could possibly go wrong? Oh,
Everything.
This is Twitter, and people are insane. So you had this quote right here. I'll point this one out first, saying, "Is there a point to this month's theme other than women just collecting sympathy points?" Dude, you really can't do anything on Twitter without upsetting people like this. This gives like really strong male feminist energy right here, where they're like, yeah, those evil men, boo, down with them.
Yeah, which means that Looney Lenny hates himself. Going on the assumption that this is a man posting, this is a man who hates himself. Which begs the question, why doesn't he just transition? If he hates men so much, which clearly means he hates himself, dude, why not just give it up and go transition if that's the case? Seriously. It's the brain rot on these people is just unbelievable. The fact that someone cannot post something and say, you are cared about. The fact that posting something about involving love and kindness to other humans. The fact that this cannot be done by some people without being attacked for it is fucking disgusting. It's possible, Anubis, but the name is Looney Lenny. Going off of the name Looney Lenny, we have to assume it's a man behind the account. That's what I'm going to assume. And yeah, I mean, Resin, you could be right when he's, he also could just be claiming that Banana Juju is his clout chasing, which, of course, he would claim that. Because what does Looney Lenny think he's doing? Poor Toshi, thank you for the tier 1. Thank you so much. Yeah, Revan, you make an excellent point because that's what Looney Lenny is doing. If he's going to try and claim clout on Banana Juju's part, Lenny, what the fuck do you think you're doing? You're doing the exact thing you're claiming Banana Juju was doing. Because of course he is.
And while they're doing it, they're like, shut up, women, you're not allowed to talk about this. It's very pathetic to see, but there was this one right here that got a lot of attention from another VTuber saying, babe, a new based VTuber grift just dropped. Again, people on Twitter not knowing what grift means whatsoever, implying that Banana Juju is lying about this. She doesn't actually...
Okay. This speaks more to the mindset of this next person, that if they think that offering words of kindness and warmth and love to men is a grift, next I have a question. Who hurt you? Who in your past hurt you so significantly that you think offering words of love is a grift? Because that's, rationally speaking, the only explanation why someone would say that offering men a notion of kindness and love and support is a grift. Next, I don't know if you're aware of this, but this month is also PTSD Awareness Month. So you might want to take advantage of this. Because I strongly suspect, next, that there is something in your past that is eating at you that you should address with a professional. Because rational people do not call words of love and kindness a grift unless they are damaged themselves. And by the way, Blitzbam, thank you for the follow.
Whatsoever, implying that Banana Juju is lying about this. She doesn't actually care about men's mental health and that she's doing this for some sort of a profit. That's what a grift would be. But now
Although I could see how people come to that conclusions, since there have been many female content creators in the past who have grifted these messages to gain an audience.
That's fair, Revan, but Banana Juju does not have a track record of this. She's offered words of kindness to men before. And it wasn't to gain an audience. It was just to basically say something nice. And yeah, she's also married. So it's not simple like, okay, I'm doing this for followers. She's married. So this actually hits close to home for her because she has a hubby and clearly she loves her hubby. X either has some mental trauma that they're working through. And I say they because I cannot gauge if this is a man or a woman behind it. Based on the name, I cannot gauge who's behind it. That's why I say they. They obviously have either some trauma in their past that they need to address, or that's where I'm going, Jack. They're projecting. And they're only saying that Banana Juju is lying because they do the same thing. It's got to be one or the other in this case, honestly. And yeah, like the whole thing with Banana Juice started because her VTuber model has braids, and of course, people tried to accuse her of appropriation because of fucking course they did. Because everybody has to get pissed off about something. The majority of Twitter are just permanent fucking victims.
Now, basically everything on Twitter is a grift. Caring about men's mental health, that's a grift. Breathing makes you
absolutely
a breath
possible gray matter
at this point. Very weird stuff, and people would go after this person. This is obviously a very stupid thing to say. And responding to the criticism, they said this: I thought June was all about pretending to care about gay people, but I guess that's out of fashion now. It's just a shit post. Don't overthink it.
Wait. Hold up. First, let me look at what Kitsu said. I'm trying to look into a charity that deals with men's mental health, so maybe I can run a charity stream. I've never done a charity stream before, so if you have any pointers or recommendations, please let me know. Did you know that June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month? Is the perfect time to support men and show them that they deserve to be loved and treated right? To all my followers, and she kept going. And then there's another VTuber. Men's mental health matters so much. So many men suffer in silence. But no, you are not alone and are valid. As someone who's lost their dad to mental health, please never be afraid to reach out. You are loved. And that's by the VTuber Creepy. But 40% of men with mental health issues seek professional help. The stigma around men with mental health issues leads to silence. Many men feel pressure to tough it out, leading to, and I'm guessing the end is, unaliving themselves. And I'm going to get to what Next said. But this part, someone commented on my post, and it was not a negative comment, but it's one that concerned me. It was someone commented like they were born and raised in South, so they're just going to tough it out like they always do. And I felt pain for them when they posted that. They were like, and there was like there was also someone posted a GIF that was basically just a lonely cowboy just turning out of a doorway and walking away with his head down. And it hurt to people that there are men out there that feel like they just have to suck it up and let this eat at them and not get any help for it. I know, poor Thomas, I know. And it hurts. It hurts that that's the case. And I wish sometimes I could just shake some of these guys and go, listen, people actually do fucking care. We actually do care. Stop listening to the reeing fucking idiots on Twitter and know that there are people that actually do care. That the idiots on Twitter don't make up the majority. I want to just grab some of these people and shake them and tell them that. Oh. Let's see, Aloha over on Kick. Could it be, and hear me out, many VTubers have a largely male audience who participating. This is not only morally good, but a good idea as a meaningfully engaging with their follower base. I don't know why this isn't obvious to people, causes of hurting of butts. So, okay, Aloha, just to be clear on what you're saying it's many VTubers have a largely male audience, and so because they have a largely male audience, they are reaching out to said audience and showing them that they actually care. And they know that the majority of their audience are male, so they're saying, listen, I know most of you guys in my chat are male, are guys, and I want you guys to know that I actually do care. And if you need help, that I want you to get help. I'm going on the assumption that that is what you're saying. Okay. I thought it was, I just wanted to make sure I was clear on that.
Ah, yes. I was
and by the way, Nux right here, someone said it in chat. I don't know who. Yeah, they're troll. They are literally trying to start shit. So the original post isn't valid. They're literally just trying to start shit. They're yeah. They got dog piled on and now they're back.
Have you ever seen the song, To Be a Man by Dax? It really touches on the struggles men have in opening up.
I don't believe I have, Garadog. I don't think I am familiar with it. But yeah, now he's just going, it's just a meme, bro. It's just a troll, bro. But he's probably saying this because people started dogpiling on him. Chances are that's why there's this backpedaling.
Out of fashion now. It's just a shit post. Don't overthink it. Ah, yes. I was just pretending to be stupid.
Wait. Okay, Tornado, put a pin in that. Let's finish the video and then you can tell me after.
Yeah, I don't buy it. I look at the replies and what they're showing here too. And clearly this person really is angry about this and thinks it's some sort of a grift when people say it. And they just got caught looking stupid, and now they're trying to backpedal and say this is all a joke. But this is the examples they're providing here that make absolutely no sense. Beginning with this post from Kitsu, where she's saying she's trying to look into a charity that deals with men's mental health. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, in the year 2025, grifting is when charity.
Yep.
Make it make sense, please. But
Riv, I will help you make it make sense. Although you're not going to like it. Grifting is charity because the people claiming that grifting is charity are doing so because A, they didn't think about it and their butt hurt that they didn't think about it. D, they can't do anything about it and they hate the fact that a VTuber that has a following and an audience to actually do something like this and thus gaining attention and gaining fans from it and gaining accolades from it because they're doing something good. Or C, they have hollow, empty lives. And anytime they see someone do something good, they have to shit on them to try and make themselves falsely feel better. Yeah, Bortashi, that was the third one. Which is the typical thing with Twitter people that go reeing around on that platform, is they have hollow, empty lives. They don't think that they're worth anything. They feel worthless. They feel like their lives are meaningless. And so to fill that void, instead of doing something positive to try and fill that void, doing so with positivity, with kindness, with love, instead of that, they go on the attack and they just attack people for reasons. And they think that that's going to fill that hole in their heart when in reality, all it does is just continue to make them sicker and sicker. The people that attack like this, it doesn't make them feel better. Maybe in some twisted way, they think it's going to make them feel better. The reality is it doesn't make them feel better. They only feel worse and they keep doing it because they go, well, that didn't work. I got to keep trying. I'm not doing it hard. I'm not trying hard enough. I have to do more to try and make myself feel better. And in the end, all they do is get sicker and sicker and sicker. And the solution is honestly very simple. Cold turkey, stop. Stop doing this shit online. get offline, go touch grass, you will feel better. When you extract yourself from the toxicity of this online environment that you find yourself neck deep in, you will feel better almost immediately.
Men do need all the support they can get. Men do have feelings, so give men all the love they need.
Lola was starting to sound like she was a little bit high at the end there, slowing down, but thank you, JRC. Thank you.
But there's other examples from Rosie here, a very nice post she made, and some other VTubers as well. Nice post, but of course they are being besmirched and attacked here for reasons that I can't really comprehend. And at the end of this thread, calling people grifters over caring about men's mental health awareness, they do the most predictable thing ever, and that's promote themselves. Yep, they share their...
Really? Really? This person streams. This person actually streams. So after shitting all over men, going after popular VTubers, are they literally trying? I don't even think it's a fail troll. I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to build notoriety to get people to come into their stream. If they actually do stream, they're trying to get people to come into the stream even if they're hate watching. Because even hate watchers are watchers. And they're foolishly trying to go after the hate watchers. Which is the dumbest fucking idea imaginable. Yeah, yes, Rygat. He's trying to cultivate hate watchers. Which is incredibly stupid. Because, chat, I have not grown my channel through hate watching. I haven't. That is not how I've grown my channel. He's on now. Alright, Sanix, you know, don't go in there and nobody go fuck with him. If I hear one of you going into this guy's channel and fucking with him, I will boot you right now. Okay? Leave him alone. But Sanix, how many people are in his chat? Don't go in there. Just look at what's the view count. No, Xanax, I know you would. I'm speaking generally. Because we do have some new people in the chat. That's why I'm speaking generally. I'm kind of curious how many people are watching the chat right now. Because I welcome everybody. They have 2 people. Okay. 3 people. Okay. I was just curious. Their
own Twitch account, hoping to cash in on the outrage they have produced. And if they're going to self-promote, well, guess what? I'm going to do the same. Just in time for today.
Here we go again.
You can use code REV30 to get 30% off your total advanced GG order.
I love when he does
that
this.
Link in the pinned comment to get here. There is something very exciting to share with you guys. A limited time summer apparel line right here. And I got to tell you, absolute bangers. Cool designs.
Nice shirts.
Very high quality. I've had their merch before. Very
nice.
Good stuff. You can see the very many different options, including t-shirts as well as shorts, and also these handbags, these duffel bags. And I'll just make this very clear. The only thing the REV30 code doesn't work on is the duffel bags. That's it. Everything else, the 30% code will get you 30% off on your order. But yes, you have this apparel line, and I will say, if we sell enough apparel on this line using my code, we will have some special Rev apparel coming very soon. So every little bit of support on this helps greatly. And also, if you just want the regular Advanced GG flavor jars, you can use this tab right here and use code REV30 to also get 30% off of all of these various flavor jars. Big hit with all of you guys, especially the new peach rings. You guys really seem to like that. Yeah, so that is what's going on with the latest campaign with Advanced GG. I will put, again, a link in the pinned comment. And also make sure to use code REV30, get 30% off your total order, and let's get a lot of sales and make sure we get a new Rev apparel line for this summer. Okay, So going back to some other tweets here, there was a very bizarre moment in the gaming scene. A twist many people like myself did not see coming. Rainbow Six Siege and Ubisoft made a post that will flabbergast you. They say this: it's okay to take off the mask. Strength and vulnerability are not mutually exclusive. June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. We'd like to encourage you to reach out to your friends, ask them how they're doing, pick up a game together, look out for one another. You matter.
This is, I saw a clip from Asmon earlier today talking about this. Ubisoft forsook pride and did mental health awareness. Feel once Ubi is on the right. Exactly, Naga. And like you said, Naga, I fully appreciate that that Ubisoft is doing this to try and gain brownie points with their fan base, because the majority of their fan base is male. They, like, Asmon put it best. They got a new marketing guy in there, and they said, what would be good to work with? And they said, well, the majority of your gaming customers are male. It is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. We should probably promote that instead of pride. And Ubisoft went, okay. And they came up with an accidental W in the spirit of capitalism. This was done for capitalistic means, but they actually managed an accidental W.
It's always been wild how the Siege side of Ubi has always been subtly different than the other side of Ubi.
I suspect it's because Siege is entrenched. Siege has not changed. They've only kept adding onto it, so it's entrenched. And there's nothing really... It's not like they can create another Rainbow game and do like what they did with Assassin's Creed or Star Wars. So Ubisoft is entrenched in the old ways. That's probably why we haven't seen the change like we've seen with the other franchise. But in years past, Ubisoft and Rainbow Six did do Pride, but they're not doing it this year. Probably because they did get a new PR guy or a PR consultant and said, yeah, this hasn't been working for you. Your gamers are all male. Promote mental health.
They're doing, pick up a game together, look out for one another. You matter with this artwork right here. I'm flabbergasted, like I said. Everyone would have expected Ubisoft's and Rainbow Six Siege to do what they do every year on June 1st, and that is put the pride flags in their bios and in their profile pictures. But they didn't do that this year, along with a lot of...
But, okay. Read this, interrupt us, I'm sorry. Minstrel, I saw the video. Thank you so much for the little shout out, and I'm so thrilled that you're growing so fast. I'm absolutely thrilled, and I know you're going to keep going. Congratulations, bravo, mwah. Great job. Keep it going, girl. You got it.
Bios and in their profile pictures, but they didn't do that this year, along with a lot of other companies. I think there's a message being sent about virtue signaling, companies virtue signaling about this sort of stuff. But yeah, Rainbow Six Siege coming out and supporting Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. You know what? Ubisoft and these accounts have made a lot of mistakes, but I will give them credit where credit is due. I think they hired someone new for their social media campaign here.
That is the general consensus right now.
Instead of appealing to activists on Twitter
mods,
who don't buy our games anyways, let's appeal to our actual target audience here. Men who are the people playing Rainbow Six Siege, largely, of course. Not exclusively, but largely. And the comments are very positive. Rare Ubisoft W. Well done. Ubisoft.
Hey! He even got one from Nerdrotic. No, that is a rarity for Nerdrotic to tell Ubisoft well done. That's impressive. That isn't, yes, So neurotic is someone in neurotic primarily operates in the Hollywood sphere on YouTube. He's in with he's part of that circle of him, Geeks and Gamers, Ryan Kinnell, Heel versus Babyface, Drinker, Mauler. He's in that sphere of YouTubers. He is hypercritical. Sometimes, often too much. I don't actually watch him too much because he does tend to go. I find he goes off the handle a lot with a lot of his takes. But he's someone that is actively going after the DEI and stuff. So for him to tell Ubisoft, who he has gone after big time for the DEI stuff, for him to tell Ubisoft, well done, that's something. Absolutely something.
Ubisoft, is that really you? Did we accidentally walk into a different timeline? But of course, we also have this person saying
someone
it's
had
Pride
to do
Month,
its Pride Month,
which is an odd thing. It's a sentiment I've seen on a lot of posts about Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, where basically they say you have to support both of these things or you're a bigot, right? And they also try to say that Pride Month came first, therefore you can't celebrate Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, which is just factually not true. Men's Mental Health Awareness Month was created in 1994, and Pride Month was in 1999. Then you think about other holidays like Trans Visibility Day, which is a recent one that happens on Easter. Do they really want this logic of claiming whatever comes first is what should be celebrated?
Hey, Bruji? Right here, buddy. Right fucking here. Don't even think you can take away from Men's Mental Health Month by going, it's Pride Month. Right here, Damer. Eat a dick.
Kind of backfires on them pretty badly, but there are some other comments this person saying in response to the previous user saying it's actually Veterans Month. They say...
Oh, fuck me. So, this is partially right. It's like PTSD Awareness Month, which highly impacts so many veterans. So Veterans Month kind of gets rolled into PTSD awareness. So this is partially correct. But
this person saying in response to the previous user saying it's actually Veterans Month. They say F them veterans.
Brody, fuck you. Fuck you, Brody. You're able to say things like that in English because of veterans, you fucking cock-gobbling asshat. It is because of veterans that you can say things like that. Go fuck yourself. Go dive under Frogan's fucking robes and gobble up her stanky-ass coochie. Because I guess that's where you want to go. Or maybe you want to go bob on Hassan's cock. Go over there. Stay the fuck away from the veterans, you goddamn asshat.
Is this Frogan's secret account or something?
I'd say it. Revan says it. Or Rev says it.
No.
Yes.
June is also Black Music Month if anyone is interested.
Is it?
Unfortunately, I barely see anyone paying attention to that. I suppose by their logic, they are also bigots.
I'm going to take a moment and do an in fairness. There are so many insert thing here month for literally every month of the year. I do not disparage anyone. If someone says, hey, do you know it's XYZ month? And someone goes, no, I had no idea. I don't disparage anyone for that because you could literally take, every single month has multiple things attached to it. And if you are unaware of them, that's completely understandable. If you attack it, go fuck yourself. Okay? Go fuck yourself if you're just going to blankly attack it because you don't agree with one of the things that is attached to the month. It's a National Donut Day. Selena, when is National Donut Day? I was unaware of this. When is National Donut Day? When is it? Is it June 6th? Okay, chat, mark your calendars. June 6th is National Donut Day. Arch your calendars, chat. This is the most important fucking day of the year. It is bigger than my streamiversary, chat. This is bigger than my streamiversary. Mark this down. Never forget. June 6th, National Donut Day. Never forget.
Very mask-off moment, but then again, this person doesn't seem like a very happy individual. Another person said, I'm proud to be a straight white male. Are you saying I don't matter? And they say, yes. This is precisely why we need Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. It's because of people like this who...
And bear in mind, this quote-unquote parody account is actually paying for a blue checkmark. They are paying for a blue checkmark to spew this shit. Like, I'm guessing this is probably trolling. That is my guess, is they're probably trolling. They're actually paying to be an asshole troll, which is just, that's fucking pathetic. Absolutely pathetic.
Who want to denigrate you because you're a man. Simply because you're a man. But there's other comments feeling very betrayed thanks to this move by Rainbow Six Siege on Twitter. This person in quote says, June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, end quote. We are not even worth as free money anymore. Oh my effing...
What? Chat, stop me from reading this. I can't stop reading it, and my brain is going to explode. What? 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 How? English? Not working. Short-circuiting. Brain shutting down. Ember.exe has stopped working. I'm set. Okay, I'm rebooted. I'm rebooted. I'm not going to read that again because I don't want to short circuit again. T-Fist? Go back to school. Go back to school. You obviously can't write basic English.
God. Yeah, they're realizing the companies didn't actually care about them and all the virtue signaling was just to try to curry favor on social media. A tough break for people like this. Another one says, in quotes, June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, end quote. Bro. And posts like this, 49,000 likes. And I'm not surprised because this is Twitter and things like this tend to pop off. But here's another one saying, June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. People who are desperate for attention.
Oh, you mean like the people that celebrate Pride all month and demand that small cities and towns be forced to raise pride flags or get sued? Or the fact that Pride has to have multiple parades where it's not about Pride, it's about freak shows dancing like fucking crazy and is not actually even celebrating Pride itself? Leo, I don't know. I haven't checked into it lately. I should do that. Yeah. Who's the one that's desperate for attention? Did the guys dancing naked in the streets, body painted up, acting like fucking freaks? And pretending to represent the LGBT community? Or someone posting online about men's mental health awareness and asking people to simply be kind? Who's the one that's desperate for attention there, you fat fucking bunny? And I'm literally calling them by their Twitter handle. Who's the one that's desperate for attention?
Yeah, I guess caring about men's mental health is being desperate for attention. Oh, okay, interesting. This lovely individual says, men aren't lonely enough.
I will just point out, note the flags. Note the flags in the net. That's all I'm going to say. Just take note of the flags.
Only enough. And another person says we'd probably be better off if the average Siege player game-ended themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the normal people. And again, the reason why we need things like men's mental health awareness.
Yeah, we have to celebrate every good thing and show the powers that be that they will always be rewarded for being considerate of their primary audience. Corporations don't care about us, but we still have to show them there is financial optics benefits to supporting us. Colonel, today, you're right. These corporations work off the bottom dollar. They work off spreadsheets. So yeah, that's basically what it boils down to, is you have to show these corporations that this is more profitable than supporting Pride. And that's why no corporations are supporting Pride this year. Or very few. Very few corporations are actually supporting Pride. The majority of them have kicked them to the curb because they're no longer financially viable. Because of the way they operated with them. Because they went whole hog on Pride in years past, everybody fucking hates them now. And nobody fucking cares. And have actually moved away from these companies because they did it. Let's see. Gray Mirror over on Kick. I think Pride Month was specifically created to take away and to attempt to sweep Men's Health Month and Veterans Day under a rug to try and make people forget about it. And as a male vet, fuck Pride Month. Gray Mirror? Not Veterans Day, because Veterans Day was back in May. So, I think, am I getting my dates mixed up? Fuck. Was Veterans Day back in May? Yes, it was. Veterans Day was back in May. So, not to get rid of Veterans Day, or was it Memorial Day? When is Veterans Day? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so screwed up. What day is Veterans Day? November 11th. Okay, there it is. November 11th. So, Raymare, I think you may be thinking about Memorial Day, not Veterans Day, which was in May. Or you're thinking about, I think you may be also thinking about PTSD month or PTSD Awareness Month, which is sort of like kind of lumped in with like Veterans Month. They kind of like combine the two of Veterans Month, Veterans Month and PTSD Awareness Month. I think the two of them have been combined together, which I also said something about. Like I actually did a post on Twitter about PTSD Awareness Month as well. So it's anyway. Yeah, well, Heckle, how convenient that they don't bring that up, right? Especially the ones that talk about Pride. How convenient that they forget that Pride also includes men. Very convenient that they totally forget about that because it doesn't fit with their agenda, where they can against men. Oh yeah, Zep, trans Mac as well. Absolutely. It's very convenient for them to forget all about this. And by the way, Colonel Kite, and Dimas, thank you for the follows on Twitch and Kick. Thank you both so much.
Awareness Month. That's pretty much going to do it for this video.
It's really grinner.
Obviously pretty disturbing to see how angry and how politicized people treat something as simple as caring about men's mental health.
I did both, Anubis. I did both.
Unfortunately, this is Twitter, but I will say, as I hinted at earlier in this video, seeing the amount of people participating in this, in the VTubing scene, in the gaming scene, and all across social media, there's more now than ever, which is an amazing thing. Okay, it's really cool to see, and despite people trying to throw a hissy fit over this, you should be very encouraged, anyone watching this video, to see a campaign like this getting more and more supports, and people trying to back this because they think this is an important issue. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
And Reb did mention it, but also, as I've said a couple times, PTSD Awareness Month is this month as well. which is also very important because PTSD affects, like I said, it's kind of sort of lumped in with Veterans Month. They kind of amalgamated them together. But it affects more than it affects more than just veterans as well. PTSD is something that affects a wide swath of people, including people of the LGBT community. And I did post something about PTSD Awareness Month. I did post something about that on my Twitter. So I made sure to talk about both of them.